Dylan, how's it going? I have my audio set up a little bit better today, so hopefully you, I guess, can hear Cosmo messing with stuff on the couch. But anyway, I have a shorter video for you today because I am sort of out of ideas for letters. So I am going kind of around the prompt in a very typically me kind of way. And I'm going to talk about a letter from the alphabet. So that's kind of what we're up to today. But first, I should respond to your previous video about Peter's speech. Yeah, I loved what you had to say. I think, I'm on board with it. It's such a funny take that your dad has that like all speeches or all sermons should be 6 minutes and have 30,000 or I forget the number, but a lot of people converted. And yeah, that definitely challenges a lot of presuppositions about sermons that we might have in Christian communities. I know a lot of people kind of follow the rule of thumb, like, hey, 20 to 30 minutes and you're good. But like challenging that even more to get it down to like 6 minutes, as maybe pastors can often do on like a Christmas Eve service when they know attention span isn't I don't know, the best for those kinds of things on that day. That's interesting. I wonder what it would be like and what could fill that room in the service time more if preachers were in the practice of condensing and really boiling down their sermons to the essential like key takeaways. Because truly, like when there's 30, often almost an hour of sermon, you don't go home with all of that in your head. You probably only at best have 6 minutes worth of content in your head. So if you know what I'm saying, I don't know. I think it's an interesting question and maybe not all that plausible, but I've never taken a class on giving sermons, and I know a lot of people have, so maybe they have better insights than me. I'd be curious to see what those types have to say. Anyway, getting into the content for today, it's a bit of a history thing, but mostly about a letter, and today's letter is Thorn. Thorn, you're asking yourself. I've never heard of Thorn. It's this. It's sort of a cross between a P and a B, but it makes the TH sound. Now, this is an interesting letter, and for a lot of reasons. Mostly because of the phrase, ye old market, or whatever it might be. And we'll get to that. But let's give a little background. So this letter first came about in, I think, the Gothic language, which was this like old Germanic language that gave rise to a bunch of different things. Like all the sort of Nordic languages have their roots in this language, and that also is true for Old English. So that's why it's relevant to us who speak modern English. But yeah, so this is Thorn. It makes the TH sound. And yeah, it was used a lot in, especially Old English. They would write the word the, like thorn, plus a little E, a really tiny E, kind of maybe a superscript E. I just learned this from a YouTube video, but I'm sharing it with you right now. And that's how they would write the, because it's th, E, the, and that's how they spelt things for like the old soda parlor. I guess they probably didn't have soda parlors in Old English speaking America. But you're thinking like, how did that turn into ye, right? Ye old, the old. Oh, well, it's kind of interesting. I always love watching the progression of words and also letters throughout time and how they change subtly. So this started, I'm going to try to do this as best I can, to be written kind of like this, right? You can already sort of see the Y in that. And then it kind of became even more stylized, like something like that. And then eventually it has that fancy Y look to it that you would see, I don't know, something like that in the ye old thingy. So that's basically it. This letter's still around in Icelandic languages, which is kind of fun. But yeah, there you go. Thorn. Have a great day. Hope you're doing well, and I will hear from you next week. All right, thank you.